Hey, welcome to new video. I'm sure that you've already heard the sentence online that LLMs are only going to create code that is as good as code of an average developer. And in this video, I'm going to prove that to you. Now, most of you who watch my channel probably know what Flutter is and work with Flutter because I talked a lot about Flutter before, but if you're not, don't worry, you're also going to understand what I mean. Now, I've been at the lake today and I've been vibing a new app. And this code over here is created by Claude 3.7 while vibing the app with Cursor. Now, in this code, this Flutter code, you can see that we have this couple of methods which are splitting the UI into smaller pieces. Now, before 2021 or 2022, there was a Discord in the Flutter community whether we should do this or should we create new widgets for each of the parts of the UI. Now, the Flutter team has resolved this Discord by releasing this video over here. In this video, we are learning that we should use widgets because there are advantages to using classes over methods. So when we use classes, there can be extra code that is on top of it, that is extended, that will do caching, etc. And the performance of the application when we use widgets is better than when we use helper methods. Now, if you've never seen this video, then I recommend you to watch it because this is one of the very fundamental things when we are thinking about performance in Flutter. So if you're a Flutter developer, you should really watch it. And unfortunately, not so many people have watched it, just 177,000 views. And there is like 1 million or 2 people who are working with Flutter, which means that most of the code bases that are available online on which the LLMs, including Claude 3.7, are trained, these code bases contain helper methods instead of widgets. And because there is so many projects which are using helper methods, then also Claude, because it's still Claude and any LLM is still only a statistical a model that will output the statistically most probable output. So if most of the code that it was generated on contains build methods, helper methods, it's also going to generate helper methods. Now, this will work, and in most, except of very complex UIs, this is not going to cause any performance issue in the Flutter application because Flutter is, by default, really a great performant and optimized framework. But let's think of a bigger picture. Now, most of the code bases that are publicly available, they are not projects that were proved in the real world. These code bases will contain problems. These code bases will contain things that are implementations that are not performant and, what more, which are not safe and secure. This is because lots of projects that these models are trained on, these projects are, for example, examples, they are just pet projects, whatever, they're created by people, single developers who don't have the skills or who don't have the knowledge or who don't have the ability to take care of everything. And even the projects which are not open, they also have a ton of problems, security issues, and so on. Which means if an average developer made a certain security issue, implemented a certain security vulnerability in the code, then the LLMs which were tough, which were trained on this code, they will also produce the same issues. Please review the code that you generate. Make sure that everything is safe and secure. That's all I wanted to say in this video. Bye-bye.